Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you, and I am super pumped to get into this pair of shoes today. When I first received this pair, it was a bit of a bummer. I am a really big Form 84 fan, and up until I got my first pair of those, my favorite silhouettes were always the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 4. Well, long story short, I saw some pictures and heard some buzz of a Chicago-looking Form 84 that was about to come out. It was a collaboration with Eric Emanuel. Well, when I looked at pictures and everything, it really got me going, and I'll tell you what, it was one of the dopest looking pair of shoes I've seen in a minute. I ended up ordering the pair of shoes, and whenever they got here, it was not what I ordered at all. The color blocking was completely different, and that Chicago feel that I was hoping they would have, it was non-existent on the pair that was shipped. After talking to Adidas, that pair that they had in the pictures on the website didn't exist. They didn't have any answers as to whether or not that pair of shoes would be released in the future or not. Eric Emanuel, who collaborated for this pair of shoes, also went on his Instagram page and said that the Chicago-looking Form 84s was not going to be releasing. So after that and the disappointment and everything, I went back and forth on sending them back, and I decided I was going to take a crack at customizing my shoes to make them look like I thought they were going to look like, to make them look like I wanted them to look like whenever I ordered them. I think it came out great. I did a couple of reviews already, just documenting the process of how I did it and what I used and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, I'll link those below. Be sure to check them out. But I want to get into these shoes, show you how they turned out, and then if I have enough time, I'd like to throw them on feet and show you why I love them so much. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Eric Emanuel Form 84s that I customized to look like Chicago's. Alright, and you will have to forgive me for being repetitive, but I'm going to hurry up and go through this review because I really want to save time to get them on feet, because that's what I really love about them. Just looking down and seeing that Chicago colorway, I'm pumped. But anyway, let's get into it. I was not expecting to fall in love with the Form 84s like I have. I don't know what it is about them. Obviously, they came out in '84. I was born in the early '80s. After I did a little bit of research and some digging into them, apparently Michael Jordan wore these before he actually signed his deal with Nike. And there's some rumors going around that say that this was actually Michael Jordan's preferred silhouette to play basketball in. Now, whether that's factual or if that's just kind of hearsay, I don't know, but I would not be surprised just because of the quality that you get on these, and I think the style is next level. I can't say that I like these more than the Jordan 1, but I like them as much as the Jordan 1, and that's a lot. I just think these things are so classic looking, and at the same time they're unique. You don't see everybody walking around wearing them. But like I mentioned in the intro, when these arrived, they didn't look like this. They were all white on the mudguard and the eye stays. They had sail colored laces in, but they did come with black. But what I really wanted, what the shoe was really lacking, was the Chicago looking color blocking when you're looking down on the shoe. And I just didn't want them to look silly and like I just messed them up. I didn't want it to look like some kid drew on them with a marker or something, you know? And I wanted them to be wearable. My ultimate goal was just for, after they were modified, for them not to really look like anything was changed to them. I really wanted them to look like they came from the factory like they are. And in my opinion, I think I was able to achieve that. I won't go over, you know, materials and whatnot in this video. I did use Angelus or Angelus paint and paint brushes, and also the glazer and the sealer and the dollar was all the same brand. So maybe I'll link those down below, and check out my other reviews if you want to get a look at the exact products that I used. I think the end result is just, it's way better than what I had hoped for. Also, one other change that I did do, along with painting the mug guard and then these eye stays, I actually asked my mom to help me. This is the tag that was on the front, and that is like the Louisville mascot. But I asked my mom to take that off and switch that around to this, so it just had more of like a classic look. And I think that looks way, way better on there as well. So I also had to go over these E's with black ink and a fine paintbrush after I got everything done, painted red and everything. But I chose to keep the edges natural, and I just think they came out really, really well. But let me know what you think about them. I am going to go ahead and throw them on feet so you can get the full effect of them, and let's get into them. Okay, so I am not even exaggerating when I say I could not be happier with the end result of this. And I was a little bit nervous about doing it because they did retail for 140 bucks. And I'm not going to wear something that looks cheesy, and I didn't know if I would be able to make them look good or not. And in my opinion, I was able to get them to look exactly how I wanted to. But they feel great on foot, and even the paint, it doesn't feel like tacky or cheesy, or it doesn't make the nice materials feel like they're any less quality. The leather just still feels like it's top shelf, and they're just so soft, and I just think they look awesome. I really think the decision to change the tag on the tongue was a good call as well, and I just really think that came out pretty good. But it's funny now, every pair of shoes that I look at, I'm thinking, could I make that part a different color? Could I change this a little bit? And really, the answer is yes. I mean, it's very doable, and I'm just an average guy. It's not like I'm some painter or anything like that. And I think the end result really is phenomenal. I mean, it looks to me like this is how it came from the factory. And this is the angle that I'm most happy about. Looking down and seeing that Chicago color blocking on a Forum 84, I just don't think it gets any better than that.